April 2026 USA Driving Law Update. New rules that will shock drivers. Hey, what if I told you that starting this month, some of the things you have been doing behind the wheel for years are now completely illegal in multiple states across America? No warning, no grace period. Just a ticket, a fine, or worse, a suspended license. If you drive anywhere in the United States, you need to stop what you are doing right now and watch this entire video, because what we are covering today could save you hundreds of dollars and keep your license intact. Welcome back to DriveAuthority USA, the channel that keeps you one step ahead of every road rule change in America. Let us get right into it. April 2026 has brought with it a serious wave of driving law updates across the United States, and the scary part is that most drivers have absolutely no idea these changes have gone into effect. Law enforcement is already out there enforcing these new rules, and ignorance is not a defense in a court of law. So let us break down exactly what has changed, which states are affected, and what you need to do to stay compliant and safe on American roads. The first and most significant update is the nationwide crackdown on handheld device use while driving. Now you might be thinking that law already existed, and you are right, it did in many states. But here is what is new. As of April 2026, over a dozen additional states have adopted hands-free only legislation, meaning you cannot hold your phone at all while operating a vehicle, even at a red light, even in stopped traffic, and even if you are just glancing at a notification. We are talking about states like Georgia, Indiana, and Missouri, tightening their existing policies and bringing them in line with states like California and New York that have had strict hands-free laws for years. The fine for a first offense in many of these states now starts at $150 and can climb up to $500 for repeat violations. Some states are also now adding points to your license for handheld device violations, which means your insurance rates could go up significantly. The message is simple. Put the phone down, plug it in, and use Bluetooth or a mounted device. There are no exceptions. The second major update involves speed camera enforcement expansion. Several states have dramatically expanded their automated speed camera programs in school zones and work zones. What makes this particularly important is that these cameras are now active 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, not just during school hours or active construction periods. If you are caught driving 10 miles per hour or more over the posted limit in one of these zones, you will receive a citation in the mail. The fine structure in many jurisdictions has also increased. In some areas, first-time offenders in school zones are now looking at fines starting at $250. Repeat offenses within a 12-month period could result in license suspension. States like Maryland, Illinois, and Arizona are leading this expansion, but more states are expected to follow before the end of 2026. Third, and this is a big one, electric vehicle charging lane regulations. As electric vehicles become more common on American roads, new parking and lane rules are being put in place. Starting this spring, several cities and states have implemented dedicated EV charging lane laws that prohibit non-electric vehicles from parking in or blocking designated EV charging spots. Violators can face fines ranging from $75 to $300 depending on the jurisdiction. But here's the part that surprises most people. Even electric vehicle owners can be fined if they leave their fully charged vehicle sitting in a charging spot beyond the allowed time limit. In California, for example, drivers can be ticketed if their EV remains in a charging spot more than 1 hour after reaching full charge during peak hours. This is a brand new layer of parking enforcement that most drivers are simply unaware of. Fourth, right turn on red restrictions have been expanded in multiple major cities. For decades, turning right on red after a full stop has been a standard and legal practice across most of the United States. But as pedestrian safety has become a growing concern, cities including New York, Chicago, Denver, and San Francisco have introduced new no right on red zones in busy intersections. These zones are clearly marked with signs, but the problem is that drivers who are used to turning right on red out of habit are running these intersections without even noticing the new signage. Fines for illegal right-on-red turns in these designated zones can be as high as $175 per violation. Law enforcement in these cities has confirmed they are actively targeting these intersections, and traffic cameras are being used to catch violators. Fifth, aggressive driving reclassification. Several states have updated their legal definitions of aggressive driving to include behaviors that were previously only considered minor traffic infractions. Tailgating, excessive lane changing without signaling, failure to yield when merging, and flashing high beams at other vehicles are now being grouped together as aggressive driving offenses in states like Texas, Florida, and Virginia. If an officer observes 2 or more of these behaviors from the same driver within a short period, they can charge that driver with aggressive driving, which in many states carries a misdemeanor level penalty, mandatory driving courses, heavy fines, and license points. This is a huge shift from how these behaviors were treated just 2 years ago. Sixth, the new graduated penalty system for repeat traffic offenders is now active in more states than ever before. Under this system, drivers who accumulate multiple traffic violations within an 18-month window face an accelerated penalty structure. The second offense brings double the fine of the first. The third offense within the same window can trigger a mandatory court appearance and a driving record review. Some states are even implementing automatic registration holds for high-point drivers, meaning you cannot renew your vehicle registration until outstanding fines are paid and your point total is reviewed. This graduated system is designed to change behavior rather than just generate revenue, and it is being taken very seriously. Seventh, and finally, updated rules around school bus stops and flashing lights. Many states have clarified and in some cases expanded the distance at which drivers must stop for a school bus with flashing red lights. Previously, some state laws only required vehicles on the same side of the road to stop. Updated laws in several states now require all vehicles, regardless of road direction, to stop unless there is a physical median divider between lanes. Failing to stop for a school bus is already one of the most serious moving violations a driver can receive, and these updated rules make compliance even more critical. Fines can range from $500 to over $1,000. And in some states, a first offense carries mandatory license suspension. So let us quickly recap what we covered today. Hands-free device laws are now in effect in additional states with steeper fines. Speed cameras are running 24/7 in school and work zones. EV charging lane violations are being actively enforced. Right-on-red restrictions have expanded in major cities. Aggressive driving definitions have been broadened. Repeat offenders face a harsher graduated penalty system. And school bus stopping rules have been updated and expanded. Now here's what we want you to do. First, check your specific state's DMV website or local traffic authority page for the exact rules that apply where you live and drive. Laws vary by state and even by city, so knowing the general rule is not always enough. Second, share this video with someone you know who drives, a family member, a friend, a coworker, because most people have no idea these changes happened. Third, stay connected with DriveAuthority USA, because we are going to continue covering every major driving law update as it happens across this country. If this video helped you today, hit that like button and subscribe to DriveAuthority USA so you never miss another critical update. We are here every week with the information that actually matters to American drivers. Drive smart, drive safe, and we will see you in the next one right here on DriveAuthority USA.